So I met a woman today that has severe health problems in her joints because I think because of what she eats, and um, I talked to her about it, and she doesn't eat a good diet. And I see a lot of people. Like I was at the hospital recently, so I saw a lot of really out of shape people there, and all the medical staff was fat. They were eating very unhealthy foods, obviously. And I met several people recently online, like on Facebook, like that had muscular sclerosis, which they're told is incurable, and Parkinson's, which they're told is incurable, and they change their diet. They just like eat fruits, vegetables, meat, and I suppose eggs would be fine too. And they're just fine. I didn't verify if they ate eggs, but like organic fruits and vegetables and meat, that was just like not processed meat, just like deli meat, and then like no salt or anything added to it, and then they prepare it themselves, and that's it. No grains or anything. And I'm not saying having carbs is necessarily like evil. Like if you're like running marathons or whatever, and you're like eating rice, eh. But like most people aren't that active, so. But anyway, but I mean, you're talking about like people with severe problems maybe just cut the carbs just to get the maximum benefit. If you have sugar causing any issues. Anyway, it just breaks my heart because I see all these people, especially older people, and it's like they don't know, like they like people are living with Parkinson, living with MS, and it's like, oh yeah, you could just cure that through your diet, and you go to the doctor your whole life, and they'll never tell you that. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but I mean, people have been writing books about muscular sclerosis since what, like 2007, like curing it with diet. So this isn't like I'm just coming up with this. Um, and the Parkinson's one I never heard of, but I mean, I met a couple people online. They were like, "Yeah, Parkinson's." They were starting to shake and they had issues. And they were told they had Parkinson's and they changed their diet. They cut out grains and it's just like, oh, they don't have it anymore. So I don't know. I was debating whether or not what's the point of making this? Because everyone knows you should eat healthy. And like you can talk to people about it, and they'll nod their head and be like, yeah, I should do that. And they're never gonna do it because it's like a drug addiction. Like you can't like it's all easy to say, but you try looking at a pizza someone else is eating and not having some, you know, and they're asking you to have some. And in the beginning, like when you're trying to eat healthy, that's really hard. Especially like you'll have like a married couple or something, and it's like one person wants to eat healthy, the other one's not interested. So there's just junk food around all the time, and you're just supposed to say no to it 24/7. So I get it that it's very difficult because you can't just quit food. You can be like, oh, I'm a food addict, I can't quit. You can't just quit food. You can't be like, this is too problematic for me. I can't handle eating food. We have to. We have to eat, and you do get cravings. Even if it's just emotional. Like I feel sad. I had a rough day. I want like a big like Wawa sub or whatever you're into. Um, I just see so many health problems where I'm just like, I've read research on it or I've seen people cured by changing their diet, and I talk to them about it, and it's like like you might be curable. You change your diet, and they're just not interested. They're just like, no, like my doctor tells me, like this is just the way it is, and it's like it might not be. I mean, like, what's the like? It's cheap. Like eating healthy is cheap. I don't know. Like, there's like this common idea going around being like, man, like you can't eat healthy. It's too hard. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, fast food's expensive. Like, if it's cheaper to eat healthy now. Like if I go to the store and get meat and eggs and fruits and vegetables, like certain cuts of meat and certain fruits and vegetables can be expensive, but most of them are cheap. Not that, like meat, I'm buying like $5 a pound. Um, eggs. I have chickens, but they're still at the store, like $4 or $5 for a dozen. And then, fruits and vegetables. I mean, cucumbers like $1, you know, and carrots and all sorts of other very cheap vegetables. So yeah, it's very affordable. I mean, it's the most affordable diet is a healthy diet, aside from being like eating a bunch of rice or bread. Because I mean, bread's kind of expensive, but like rice is not expensive. Corn is not expensive. But I, I mean, corn's got all the pesticides. It's a grain, so it's just you're getting sugar, genetically modified. I don't know if that's a problem. Maybe it's healthier. I don't know. Um, and rice, you know, brown rice is lectins, I think. White rice, okay, but sugar. Most people have problems with sugar, like having way too much. So, if you're lean and you're like, I'm healthy and working out and you're eating rice every day, eh, I mean, that's like the go to carb. But, if you have severe health problems, I mean, most people with severe health problems need to cut sugar for at least some amount of time, And so I'm just like, just go on that diet. Just go for like a month or two. And the worst thing that'll happen is you might feel better and you'll have more money. So it's like, I just don't, it's really hard. And it's really hard seeing people just suffer so much. And it's like, I think it's estimated 80%. This is what doctors say. Like hospitals, medical research, is like 80% of health problems in the United States are caused by uh, diet and lifestyle, like lifestyle including diet. But that's including like not exercising, so maybe like 50% diet. If I had to do a conservative guess, it's probably much more than 50%. But then imagine like if that's true, like 50% of all health problems are just because of what we're eating. Like that's and we're talking like serious things that people are told like there's no cure for this, and it's like just stop eating that shit. And people will go to a hospital or they'll go to an expert and they're told there's no cure, and it's like if you just eat healthy it's gone, you don't have the problem anymore. It's so hard seeing so many people suffer because I've got friends, I got family, neighbors, like my neighbor's dog. um you know try to tell them to change diet, and feeding them grains, and it's like dog's got gastroenteritis or whatever. Did I say that right? It's got inflammation in his GI tract, and so it's like, well, yeah, it's a dog. They're not supposed to have grains at all. We're more tolerant of it. Cats are also like, well, much like cats are just supposed to eat meat. Um, they don't need any fruits or vegetables. They can still eat like some. They will eat some for like fiber. Um, but they don't need like vitamin C or anything. So they just need meat. So yeah, I just and then my neighbor's dog's dying because of the diet. Though it's an older dog. Um, and this woman I met today is dying. Um, and it's horrible what's happening to her, and it's just like she's just eating junk, and it's like, so I'm just putting this out there just to say, hey, like most people, if you talk to them about a healthy diet, they have no idea what's healthy because everyone says like this food's bad, and the next person will say that food's actually good, and it's just like just eat meat, vegetables, and fruits, and that's a good place to start. I mean, you could even just cut it to meat if you're just like, man, I don't even, let me just start with meat, and then like I'll introduce some vegetables and see how that affects me. Introduce some fruits, see how So give yourself time to like an elimination diet, and like see like how like which ones affect me more or less or whatever. Because meat's kind of like neutral. It's just gonna do like nothing bad But I mean, if you just eat meat, you're not really getting any vitamin C unless you're eating like organs. Most people don't do that, and you have to have vitamin C. So, but I mean, you could take a multivitamin. Um, so you can, but yeah. So just and I've eaten a lot healthier since all these health problems, and like I'm leaner than I've ever been. I have like I go to the bathroom. I don't even need toilet paper. Yeah, like I don't. I mean, it's gross, but I don't care about that. I'm just saying like it's a sign that the whole intestinal tract is working well and is healthy. Um, and I still do try to use it just in case because I'm like, well, what if you know, but it just blows my mind because I'm just like I just see so many people suffering every day, and it's like they don't have to be. I go to a store and like everyone's fat, except for maybe some teenagers. They're high metabolism, but they're probably eating unhealthy food. And like maybe there'll be like one fit guy like carrying eggs and like some produce, and like he's all buff and like cut because he's eating healthy, taking good care of himself. But everybody else is just fat, and it's like, and I mean, I saw a guy at a pizza place today, and could barely even go to the bathroom by himself. Because he was in like he had serious problems. He was in some sort of like heavy duty electric wheelchair, and it was clear like he had destroyed himself with food. And it's like I just like we're like all of us like have friends and family who are killing themselves with food. And I mean, I couldn't even walk upstairs because of like I changed my diet and like all my joint problems went away. So like that probably contributed to my neck issues. Um, like my knees were so bad I couldn't walk up steps hardly. It was bad. My hips were super bad. And people would be like, here's some oats. Oats are healthy, and like here's bread and have a sandwich, and it's just like this stuff is just poison. Like it's poison. I mean, people talk about heirloom wheat in like Italy and stuff, and like oh you can go there and eat that wheat and but in Italy they got all sorts of like gluten free places too. Like even in Italy, like gluten's not great. Like even if you have heirloom wheat, it's not like it's a lectin, so the body sees it as something to attack. Like if you eat it, you will have antibodies in your blood for it because your body's trying to kill it or get rid of it. And a healthy gut biome can actually eat gluten, so that's why some people can tolerate it better than others. It's one of the reasons. Like, so if you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and you have a lot of food, uh, like a good healthy gut biome, I don't know how to make sure you have more bacteria in your stomach that eat gluten. I don't know what food's best for that, but I assume it's vegetables and fruits and stuff that makes good bacteria. I don't know about that. It'd be nice to know. But I just avoid it because I'm like, well, I don't need the sugar either because it all gets converted to sugar because that's how our body uses carbs. You can't just use carbs. It has to change the form of them. So, and I'm like, and since doing that too, like I don't have dental problems. Like I don't have cavities. I mean, I had 3 cavities and I stopped eating sugar, and my cavities went away. It's like I didn't know it was possible. I mean, I had cavities. I went back to the dentist. I didn't have cavities anymore. So I was like, what the heck? So yeah, I mean, it's just yeah. I don't know. Maybe this will help somebody. I don't know. It's a lot of older people I see too. Like younger people seem aware of it. They don't give a shit because they're young. Older people just don't know what to eat. They think like, hey, I've been told my whole life I need to eat whole grains. Whole grains are healthy because it's the whole grain. And it's like, okay, now the whole grains are worse than regular grains because they have more of the hull of the plant, which has more of the lectins in it. So um, I know that's true for brown rice. Um, But at least I'm pretty sure it's true for brown rice. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm pretty sure Dr. Gundry's podcast was talking about white rice being having far less lectins. Um, but regardless, even if it had no lectins, massive amounts of sugar, and people have diabetes and all kinds of health problems, and then there, all these things are sprayed with pesticides, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's causing Parkinson's in a lot of people. So and muscular sclerosis, and you might say, well, genetics play a role, yeah, but like maybe genetics see a pesticide and go after it real hardcore, and then collateral damage is your own body. Maybe my genes are different and they don't do that. But if the pesticide wasn't there, then neither of us have an issue with it. Like you don't either, I don't, nobody, you know what I mean? So genetics can vary, but quality of food matters too. Um, so yeah, I'm just so tired of seeing people dying because I've suffered a lot, so I know. Like, and my grandfather's suffering, and that might have been completely avoidable. My aunt has MS, and that is probably curable. I even tell people, and they're like, "Well, it's too late now." I'm like, "Well, what's the harm in trying to change your diet now?" You know, seeing my cousin, like, see her mom just stuck in a bed, waiting to die. It's rough. So, and it's all diet. So, anyway.